What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review of my 2016 SSR 125. It's a little dirty right now, but that doesn't really matter. But there's a lot of questions about these bikes online, YouTube, whatever. So I'm going to go over it, or most of what I can today. And yeah, let's just get into it. So I picked this up around in January, so I've rode it for a while now. I picked it up for about, I think, like $650 bucks. I think they're a little bit more expensive now. I think they're like 800 something. I picked mine up during like a Black Friday deal, so that was kind of nice. But I've noticed a few things over the past few months. Oh, there's a pedal. But yeah, I've noticed a few things over the past few months. These bikes are pretty good for the price. They got a lot of speed. Engines are really torquey. But as soon as you get them, I would recommend making a couple changes before you even ride them, really, because they just gave me troubles for the most part. The chain that comes on these bikes is absolute garbage. Mine, I ended up having to tighten it probably 10 times. It kept falling off of me, and then it eventually snapped. But I just picked up a Runthal chain for like 30 some bucks, threw it on there, and it's been fine so far. I mean, I've only had it on for like 2 weeks now, but it makes the bike a lot quieter, and the chain's not really acting up at all anymore. Woo! Still a little wet around here. It rained yesterday. Also, if you're a little bit heavier of a rider, the front forks on these things are pretty soft. A lot of people, when they buy them, they throw some oil in the front forks to stiffen it up. I've also seen people add like a little, they bought some PVC and cut a little piece of it off and stuck it in the forks just to compress the shocks a little bit more, and they say that helps. But for me, I'm only like 135 pounds, so it's not that big of a deal. A good thing about these bikes, though, is replacement parts are really cheap because it's Chinese company that makes them. I mean, I got the thing and it had a broken gas tank. The website I ordered it from, that will be in the description, by the way. They sent me another one, but I did look it up, and to replace the whole gas tank, it was only like 25 bucks, and I already broke a brake lever, and that was like another 6 bucks. But parts are fairly cheap, so that's nice. Pull some wheelies. Whew. But for being a small bike, there's a lot of leg room. I mean, I'm 5'6". I would recommend, I would say, if you're taller than 6 foot, whew, it's gonna start getting pretty tight. I mean, I'm almost sitting towards the back of the seat completely already. But they do have a lot of leg room. I mean, my knees are never hitting the bars or anything like that. The motor on the thing has been flawless. I've had no problems with that whatsoever. Whew. Ooh, puddles, I don't want to get muddy. But I'd also recommend getting a different rear tire. You know, it doesn't have to be right away, and depending how you're riding it. If you're riding on the road, like a lot of people do, it's not that big of a deal. But, because the stock tire that comes on it is Enduro, but I ride off-road all the time. So I threw a MX tire on there, and it makes a world of a difference. I mean, the other ones were pretty much just slicks compared to the tire I got on there now. The bike just hooks up a lot better. Ooh. Another problem I did have was just jumping it over, I mean, even singling like that. The rear axle bolt bent about maybe like 15 degrees, and the whole back tire was shaking pretty bad. But you can buy a aftermarket one pretty cheap. I think the one I got in there now is for some Honda dirt bike, another like one of their pit bikes or smaller bikes, and it's been working fine. But if you're planning on beating the thing off jumps and stuff, that might be a problem for you. I mean, for how much you pay, they're excellent bikes, but for the price of, I mean, not for the price, but comparing it to like a big brand name like a KLX 110, if you're planning on racing it or just riding it harder, those would definitely be better. But if you're just buying one to dink around on, this would definitely be the kind of bike to go. Puts a little bit more change in your pocket. I don't know, maybe I'll go do a speed test. These things get about 54 miles per hour, about somewhere in there. I haven't clocked it, that's what it says when you buy them. I'm not too sure how accurate it is, but these things go pretty good. Ooh, there was a puddle. Bunnies! So you got first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. It's only a 4 speed. They're all up, so neutral's all the way down. This is a manual, so you gotta use the clutch. If you don't know what that is, you gotta use the clutch. They also offer an automatic, where I'm pretty sure that's where you don't have to shift at all. I think it still comes with the clutch, but you don't have to use it. Or there's another one that you can either use the clutch or just shift it like normal. Depends on how you like to ride. I like clutches. There's just like one more thing to do when you're riding. Ooh! Some dirt down the back of my shirt. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it gets pretty good gas mileage. I mean, it takes a while for it to go through the tank. Tank's super small, but they're really good on gas. But other than that, guys, can't really think of much more, so I'm gonna cut it off here. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. I make new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I hope this helped you guys out if you're looking to get one of these. But comparing them to like a big brand name, the brand names are 10 out of 10. I would give this about maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10. But yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday, and peace out. Thanks for watching as always.